Hey guys, welcome back for another video. What we're going to be doing today is we'll be looking at all of our Major League Baseball games we have coming up for Tuesday, May 5th. We're going to completely break down every matchup today and try to predict the outcome. Who's going to win, who's going to lose, and what the final score will be. We'll also take an in-depth look at our best bets, the money lines, the spreads, the over-unders. Guys, if you have a comment, do you agree, disagree, drop the comments below and I'm going to make sure that I respond to every single one of them. We're going over every game throughout the entire season from the beginning to the end, and we also have all the other news going on in the sports world. We have the NFL draft just happened, we have college football spring ball, transfer portal, a lot of news going on in the world of sports. We go over every football game as well once the NFL and college football season start. If you're a football fan, if you're a sports fan, baseball fan, make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. If you want to join one of our member chats, join in the members down below. It's pinned in the comments. We would definitely appreciate if you sign up there. But guys, we have 16 games in total. We actually have a doubleheader, kicking things off, back-to-back doubleheaders here. Let's go ahead and get started running through all 16 of our games. The very first one we have game one of our matchup here for the doubleheader. We have the 20-14 Cleveland Guardians visiting the 16-19 Washington Nationals. This is our makeup game from Monday, May 4th. Right now, the Guardians on the road, a 47.1% chance to win this game. The Nationals, a 52.9%. The fans are siding with the Nationals here, but you have Vegas going with the Guardians. They are 1.5 run favorites. The over in here is 8.5. When you're looking at the betting here, this is going to be a really interesting game here because the Guardians, they've been cruising throughout the season. Right now, they're second place in the AL Central. Nationals, third place in the NL East, but they've been hovering around 500 the entire season. A very competitive team, very scrappy team. A lot of 1 to 2 run wins and losses. They're keeping these games close, keeping the scores low. Right now, the Guardians are averaging 3.9 runs a game, hitting .232, 38 home runs, 25 steals, giving up 4.2 runs a game. And then you have the Nationals averaging 4.3 runs a game, hitting .240, 36 home runs, 38 steals. This is a very balanced offense. They have power, and they have the speed to generate some runs on the base pass, but they're giving up 5.08 runs a game. That is awful. One of the worst pitching teams in baseball. That's what's keeping them from actually getting to that 500, but they're hovering pretty close to it. Right now, the Nationals at home, yes, they are the underdogs, but the fans are taking their side. Looking at the pitching matchup, we have Luis Ortiz right now going for the Guardians. Career 4.12 ERA. This season 2-3 record, 4.78 ERA. 32 innings, 36 striking out. He's striking out a lot of guys, but he's giving up a lot of walks. At least he's keeping the ball in the ballpark, though. Only 4 home runs given up over 6 starts. The biggest news here is we don't have an announced starter yet. It is right now undecided for the Washington Nationals. I hate going into one of these games blind. We don't even know who's starting with the Nationals. If it's a bullpen game, you have to give the edge to the Guardians bullpen-wise. Give me the Guardians winning this game, covering the spread, and I'm going to go with the over. The very next game we have coming up at 7:30 p.m. is going to be Game 2 of our doubleheader. We have Game 1, and then Game 2 is the very next Major League Baseball game. The big news here is, whenever you have a doubleheader, expect the unexpected. Whatever happened Game 1, the complete opposite is what's going to happen Game 2. That's what makes these games so interesting. If you score 15 runs Game 1, you're probably only going to score 2 to 3 runs Game 2. That's just the way it works. Right now, you have the Guardians coming in here, also a 47.1% chance to win the Nationals, a 52.9%. The Guardians, again, 1.5 run favorites. The over-under here is 8.5. The Guardians are minus 120. The Nationals are even. You have to respect the Nationals offense. We already went over the team stats. There's no reason to focus on that. Looking at our pitching matchup, we have the young guy. We have Ben Lively right now going for the Guardians. A 1-2 record, 3.72 ERA for his career, though. 4.4, so he's pitching much better this season than previous years. 36.1 innings, 25 strikeouts, keeping the walks down, keeping the homers down. He is giving up a lot of base hits, though. And then you also have Brad Lord right now going for the Nationals. He has 5 starts to his major league career. Young pitcher, 1-3 record, 4.43 ERA. 22.1 innings, 17 strikeouts, 10 walks, only 1 home run given up. Not a bad first season starting here, but one thing you have to remember is the Nationals bullpen will probably be coming into this game taxed. Short rest here. Would have been a bullpen game, potentially Game 1. Now they're kind of taxed. Look for a long reliever Game 1, but what is that bullpen going to look like by the time that we get to Game 2, especially with the unexpected starter for Game 1? Again here, I hate picking the same team twice on a doubleheader. Goes against everything that I believe in, but I'm going to go with the Guardians to again win this game to cover the spread, but I'm actually going to go with the under for Game 2. And if you thought the Nationals had some bad pitching, you haven't seen anything yet. The next matchup at 6:40 p.m., we have the 24-11 LA Dodgers, right now first place in the NL West, the best, the deepest division in baseball. They'll be facing off versus the 13-21 Miami Marlins. The season is starting to get away from Miami very quick. They actually have a pretty good offense. It is their pitching staff is completely awful. Statistically, the worst pitching staff in Major League Baseball right now. Right now, the Dodgers 66.2% chance to win this game. The Marlins 33.8%. The Dodgers heavy favorites here. 2.5 run favorites. The over-under is 9.5. The Dodgers are minus 275. The Marlins are plus 220. Really, no one giving the Marlins any chance to win this game. That's actually what makes this game interesting. Whenever you have a team that is that favored, it actually kind of scares me because that means that the upset potential is looming there. Right now, the Dodgers, we know they have probably the best roster in baseball, but the big thing there is they have to be healthy. They have to all be playing. Right now, the Dodgers are completely decimated by injuries, especially their pitching staff, starting pitching decimated, bullpen decimated. But they continue to find ways to win games. They're averaging 5.4 runs a game, hitting 255, 54 home runs. That's top 3 in baseball, 24 steals, giving up 3.77 runs a game. The Marlins are averaging 4.5 runs a game, hitting 248, 30 home runs, 27 steals, giving up 5.78 runs per game. And looking at our pitching matchup here, and that's the surprising number, 5.78. That is awful, almost 6 runs a game. You have Tony Gonsolin right now going for the Dodgers. 1-0 record, 4.5 ERA, only 6 innings this season, 9 strikeouts, no walks, 1 home run, pretty good numbers for one start. And then you have Cal Quantrill right now going for the Marlins. Really, really bad start to the season. Actually, his ERA is worse than the overall team ERA. 2-3 record, 8.1 team ERA. One of the worst that you'll see in baseball. 26.2 innings, 16 strikeouts. You could say that he's potentially due to have a really good game here because he's been getting shelled, everyone. But in 26 innings, he's given up 38 hits, 5 home runs. And that is not good numbers versus one of the best offenses in baseball. Give me the Dodgers winning this game and just laying it on. I'm covering the spread, going with the over. And at 6:45 p.m., we have the 17-18 Texas Rangers really starting to fall throughout the season right now. They used to be first place in the West. They've dropped all the way down to 4th place in the AL West. They have a 47.7% chance to win this game against the 18-18, the 500 Boston Red Sox with a 52.3% chance to win. Right now, the Rangers 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 8.5. The Rangers are minus 120. The Red Sox are even. This is a very interesting game because you got to give the Red Sox a chance to win this game. They have a very good offense, very underappreciated team. Some people pick them, though, to be an underdog to win the AL East, maybe even make the World Series and potentially even win it. Right now, the Rangers, when you look at this offensive roster, one of the best in baseball, but they have not been hitting since the season started. They've actually been pitching really good. Everything's completely flipped on its head. Right now, the Rangers, like I said, they are the 1.5 run favorites. They're averaging only 3.2 runs a game. That's bottom half in the MLB, hitting 228, 31 home runs, 28 steals, giving up 3.44 runs per game. A lot of pressure on that pitching staff to keep these scores low so that their offense has a chance to score just enough runs to win. And right now, Boston, they're averaging 5 runs a game, hitting 255, 42 home runs, 43 steals, giving up 3.98 runs per game. Very balanced on the offensive side, starting to get a lot of production from that offense. You have Nathan Eovaldi right now going for the Rangers. What a start to the season for him. 2-2 record, 2.11 ERA, looking like playoff version Eovaldi. 42.2 innings, 46 strikeouts, only 3 walks given up in 42.2 innings. Immense control so far this season. And you have Lucas Giolito right now going for the Red Sox. 0-0 record, 4.5 ERA, 6 innings, 7 strikeouts. The big question for him is, can he get back to the version he was, back in 2020, 2019? Right now, 6 innings, he's given up 2 home runs already, 1 home run every 3 innings. But can the Rangers score just enough runs to win this game? Fenway, very difficult place to play. I can honestly see this game going either way. Red Sox have the offense, but the Rangers have Eovaldi pitching really well. Give me the Red Sox to pull off the upset win, going with the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the under this game. And then on TBS, this is going to be a really good one to watch. At 7:05 p.m., the 22-11 San Diego Padres here playing the 19-15 New York Yankees. Right now, the Padres second in the NL West. The Yankees right now first place in the AL East. The Padres, 47.9% chance to win this game on the road. The Yankees at home, they play really good in the Bronx. They have a 52.1% chance to win. But the Padres, 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 8.5. San Diego, they're minus 110. The New York Yankees, minus 110. You have to respect both of these teams, especially with the potential of what they have to do on offense. Right now, the Padres, an underappreciated offense. They haven't reached their full potential yet, but Fernando Tatis, right now, he's hitting .328, 8 home runs, 18 RBIs. They have Machado, and the big news, they should have Merrill back for this game as well. They're averaging 4 runs a game, hitting .260, 29 home runs, 31 steals, giving up 2.75 runs per game. They have one of the best pitching teams in baseball, a top 3 overall starting pitching staff and bullpen statistically right now. And right now, the Yankees come in with a top 3 offense, 5.5 runs a game, hitting .262, 57 home runs, top 2 in baseball, 23 steals, giving up 3.62 runs per game. And obviously, we know who their leader is. Aaron Judge having a historic start to the season, .423 average, 11 home runs, 33 RBIs. He's hitting .423, and it's the second month of the season. This guy is just laying it. Him single-handedly right now, he can carry this team. Looking at our pitching matchup we're going to have Michael King right now going for the Padres. Michael King, very familiar with the Yankees, obviously. He did use to pitch for them. 4-1 record right now, 2.09 ERA for his career, 3.1. So obviously, he's been pitching well since he came out of the minors. 38.2 innings, 46 strikeouts, only 3 home runs given up in 6 starts. Then you have Clark Schmidt right now, career 4 ERA this season, 0-1 record, 5.52 ERA, giving up a lot of runs here, 14.2 innings, 15 strikeouts. His biggest issue is he's giving up almost a walk per inning. You don't want to put guys on base here versus this Padres offense, because once they get hot, they're going to sweep this team towards the playoffs. I'm going to go with the Padres winning this one on the road here, covering the spread, and I'll go with the under in this game as well. And at 7:05 p.m., we're going to have a really good pitching matchup here. The 19-15 Philadelphia Phillies, second place in the NL East, versus the 16-18 Tampa Bay Rays. Right now, third place in the AL East. Pitching at home, if you want to call Steinbrenner home. Right now, the Phillies, a 47.8% chance to win. You got to respect this Phillies roster, though. One of the best offensive rosters in baseball. And on paper, one of the best pitching staffs in baseball. Yes, they're not all pitching at an elite level, but the potential's there. As they get closer to September, they're definitely going to get hot. Right now, Tampa Bay, 52.2% chance to win this game. The Phillies are averaging 4.7 runs a game. They are the favorites here, 1.5 run favorites, a 7.5 over-under. They're minus 125. Tampa Bay, plus 105. The Phillies hitting .255 as a team. 34 home runs, 30 steals, giving up 3.96 runs per game. Tampa Bay, they're averaging 3.9 runs a game, hitting .245, 28 home runs, 41 steals, giving up 3.56 runs per game. Both of these teams have really good pitching rosters. You got to give a slight edge, though, to that Phillies offense, especially if they get Bryce Harper hot. They have Schwarber, Trey Turner, a lot of offensive production. They're going to have Zach Wheeler kicking things off. When this guy's pitching well, he's one of the best pitchers in baseball, an under-the-radar Cy Young candidate, 2-1 record this season, 3.48 ERA, 44 innings, 57 strikeouts in 44 innings. This guy's on pace right now for like 270 strikeouts. You have Drew Rasmussen right now going for the Rays. Also a great start to the season for him. A 1-2 record. 2.64 ERA, 30.2 innings, 30 strikeouts, keeping the ball in the ballpark. Only 2 home runs given up in 5 starts. A really good start to the season for him as well. But Zach Wheeler, he's the veteran here. You need him to show up with this game on the road here. Start game 1 off well. Give me the Phillies to win this game to cover the spread, and I'll go with the over this matchup. And then at 7:15, we have an NL on NL. We have the 18-18 Cincinnati Reds, second place in the NL Central. When you look at the Reds, they started out the season really slow on offense. After the first 2 weeks, they completely turned things around. The last 4 weeks, they have been on a tear offensively, and they continue to pitch at a high level. They'll be playing the 16-18 Atlanta Braves. Do not knock the record. Don't forget they started out the season 0-7. I said absolutely zero reason to panic here. When they get hot, they're going to get hot. They have been hot since then. They've gone 16-11 in their last 27 games. They're slowly fighting their way back to 500. They're just 2 games under 500 right now. They don't even have their best player on the field yet. Everything is still in front of them. They're 4th place in the NL East, but they're on a tear right now. Right now, the Braves 65.5% chance to win. The Reds a 34.5. The Braves are 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 7.5. Atlanta, they're minus 235. The Reds are plus 195. Cincinnati with a really good offense, 5 runs a game, hitting .249, 37 home home runs, 38 steals. They have multiple ways to beat you on offense, and they're giving up only 3.65 runs a game. The Braves, the offense is starting to hit slowly. They still got to get that pitching under control. They're averaging 4.1 runs a game, hitting 242, 39 home runs, 21 steals, giving up 4.26 runs per game. Looking at the pitching, we have Abbott right now going for the Reds. Solid start to the season, 2-0 record, 2.84 ERA, 19 innings, 23 strikeouts, 3 home runs, giving up a lot of walks so far. The Braves offense is starting to play a little better. You got to make sure you keep the bases clear. You have Chris Sale. Chris Sale started out the season awful. His last start, 7 innings, 10 strikeouts. He's starting to get some momentum right now, starting to get hot. This is a Cy Young pitcher, veteran pitcher. When he's on, he's as good as anyone. 1-3 record this season, 4.84 ERA. But he's starting to turn things around. 35.1 innings, 46 strikeouts, only 9 walks given up. Give me Chris Sale to get his second win of the season. The Braves to chip their way back to only 1 game under 500. They win this one, they cover the spread, and I'll go with the over. And then at 7:40 p.m., we're going to have the 13-20 Baltimore Orioles. I said preseason this team was going to have a good offense, a lot of young power hitters. Their pitching was going to be pathetic, though. That was going to be one thing that's held them back. It's basically been what's happened this season. They'll be playing the 15-20 Minnesota Twins. They keep going up and down. They play well. They play like crap, back and forth throughout the season. They got to get some momentum going. They got to get a good long winning streak. Got to fight their way back to 500. Right now, they have a 65.9% chance to win this one. Baltimore, a 34.1. The Twins, 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 8.5. Minnesota, -160. Baltimore's +135. Right now, the Orioles are averaging 3.9 runs a game, hitting 227. A lot of home run power here. 42 home runs, 18 steals, but they're giving up 5.43 runs per game. That's not going to cut it here versus the Twins, who technically have a much better roster than the way that they've been playing. The Twins are averaging 3.8 runs a game. They can get that number up. They're hitting 236, 28 home runs, 20 steals, giving up 3.6 runs a game. Byron Buxton right now, 260 average, 7 home runs, 18 RBIs. You're going to have Cade Povich right now going for the Orioles, 1-2 record. 5.16 ERA, 29.2 innings, 25 strikeouts, giving up a lot of hits, a lot of home runs. Then you have Pablo Lopez. He's that foundational piece in the rotation. Whenever you need a win, you turn the ball over to him. 2-2 record, 2.25 ERA, 28 innings, 26 strikeouts, only 4 walks in 6 games, only 2 home runs in 6 games. You're going to need that home run potential here. A pitcher that keeps the ball in the ballpark versus a home run hitting Baltimore team. Give me the Twins to win this game to cover the spread, but I'm still going to go with the under this game. And then an under-the-radar, pretty interesting game at 7:40 p.m., the 10-25 Chicago White Sox. People were hating on this team. They lost 121 games last season, one of the worst seasons, if not the worst season ever in Major League Baseball history. They're much better this season. They are at least a scrappy team, very competitive, a lot of close games here they'll be facing off versus the 20-16 Kansas City Royals. The Royals here. The Royals have an awful offense, but their pitching makes every game close. The fact that they're 4 games over 500 with one of the worst offenses just shows how good this pitching is. Just give them some run support. Right now, the White Sox, 39.7% chance to win this one. KC, a 60.3% chance to win. The Royals, 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 8.5. Kansas City, -235. Chicago, +195. The White Sox are averaging 3.6 runs a game, hitting 216. 26 home runs, 26 steals, giving up 4.16 runs per game. KC, they're averaging 3.4 runs a game, one of the worst in baseball. They got to get that number up. Some run support here, guys. 237 average, 25 home runs, 27 steals, giving up 3.16 runs per game. That's technically top 5 in baseball. Sean Burke will be starting for the White Sox, 2-4 record, 4.91 ERA, 33 innings, 25 strikeouts, giving up basically about 1.2 home runs a game, a lot of walks, a lot of base hits. Seth Lugo finished top 5 in the Cy Young voting last season. Since he left the Mets, this guy's shown he's a solid starting pitcher. You just got to get him a couple runs, and he can pitch well enough to win the game. Right now, 3-3 record, 3.07 ERA, 44 innings, 34 strikeouts. Couple home runs given up, but at least he's keeping the scores low. Give me KC to win this game to cover the spread. And again, I'm going to go with the under here. This next game is actually, honestly, a really hard one for me to call. At 7:40 p.m., we have the 22-14 San Francisco Giants. This team's 22-14, and they are third place in the NL West. That's just how competitive the NL West is. Right now, the Cubs, 22-14 as well. First place in the NL Central. Cubs, a 64.7% chance to win this game. San Francisco, a 35.3% chance to win. The Cubs, 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 7.5. San Francisco, +125. The Cubs, -150. San Francisco comes in This is a team that's come out of nowhere, having a great season so far. 4.7 runs a game, hitting 231, 37 home runs, 21 steals. One of the better pitching teams, giving up 3.44 runs a game. That's technically top 10. And the Cubs, they have the number one offense in Major League Baseball, 5.9 runs per game, hitting 262. Look at this, 52 home runs, that's top 5, 45 steals, that's top 5. This team can beat you multiple ways. They have power, they have speed, they have solid pitching, giving up 3.82 runs per game. You have Justin Verlander, the Grizzly veteran right now going for the Giants. This guy's 64 years old. He continues to pitch at a high level. Started out the season really rocky start, starting to pitch a little better his last couple starts. For his career, 3.4 ERA, closing in on 3,500 strikeouts. 0-2 record, still looking for his first win. 4.38 ERA, 37 innings, 32 strikeouts. Couple walks here, but overall, he's starting to pitch better, starting to get hotter. Then you have Colin Ria right now going for the Cubs. Great start for him. For his career, 4.3 ERA. This season, a career best, a 2-0 record, 1.46 ERA. The big question is, can he keep it up throughout the entire season? 24.2 innings, 21 strikeouts, only 1 home run given up, 5 walks. This guy's pitching really well. But give me the Giants. I'm going to go out on a ledge here. The Giants pull off the upset. Verlander in search of his first win. They win this one, going with the +1.5, going with the over. I could see like a 5-3 game just barely clearing the over. And at 7:40 p.m., we have the 17-17 Houston Astros. They're actually starting to score some runs here. They've been one of the better pitching teams throughout the season, but they've been really slow on the offensive side. They're scoring some more now. They just got to keep things on track with their pitching. They'll be facing off versus the 18-18 Milwaukee Brewers. This team, questionable pitching, but I have an offense that can keep up with anyone. Right now, the Brewers a 55.7% chance to win. Houston a 44.3%, but Houston is the Vegas favorite. 1.5 run favorite. The over here is 8.5. They are even. The Brewers are -120. Pretty interesting numbers there. Right now, Houston, they've gotten that average run up to 4 runs a game, hitting 243, 29 home runs, 21 steals. Jose Altuve leading the way right now, 259 average. Pena having a great season, but Alvarez banged up. That's going to hold this team back. 243 average, 29 home runs, 21 steals, giving up 3.34 runs a game. The pitching, no matter what, is going to keep them in every single game. The Brewers right now, 4.7 runs a game, hitting 238, 28 home runs, 41 steals, giving up 4.32 runs a game. They play small ball. They find a way to be competitive and get runners to score. Yelich, Terang having a solid season so far. Right now for the Astros, they're going with Weseneski right now, 1-2 record, 3.86 ERA, 28 innings, 26 strikeouts. And then you have Patrick going for the Brewers. He's a rookie, 1-3 record, 2.87 ERA, 31.1 innings, 26 strikeouts, 11 walks, 3 home runs. I'm going to go with the Brewers pulling off the upset. I had them pulling off the upset yesterday. They did indeed do it. Back-to-back upsets here, going with the +1.5, and I'm going to go with the under this game, like a 5-3, 5-2 type game. And at 7:45 p.m., we have the 12-24 Pittsburgh Pirates. This season has gotten away from the Pirates extremely quick here, and they need someone as a stopgap, someone who can stop the bleeding. They'll be facing off versus the 17-19 Cardinals. The Cardinals, pretty decent offense. Right now, the Cardinals, 53.6% chance to win this game. Pittsburgh, a 46.4%. The Pirates, 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 7.5. Pittsburgh, -135. St. Louis is +115. The Pirates just atrocious on the offensive side. 3.3 runs a game, 223 average, 25 home runs, 39 steals. At least they can steal some bases. It's just once you get a guy in scoring position, you got to find a way to drive him home. They're giving up 4.27 runs a game. The Cardinals are averaging 4.6 runs a game, hitting 259, 32 home runs, 27 steals, giving up 4.32 runs a game. They have Arenado, Contreras, Donovan. A lot of production here on offense once the pitching catch up. This is a team that's in 4th place right now, but they could potentially make a run at the NL Central. But you're going to have Paul Skeens right now going for Pittsburgh. Obviously, when this guy's pitching well, he's one of the best. Some people might say he's the best young pitcher in baseball. It is debatable no matter what. 3-3 record, 2.74 ERA, 42.2 innings, 41 strikeouts, only 8 walks in 6 starts. Going versus Matthew Liberatore right now for the Cardinals. 2-3 record, 3.44 ERA, 34 innings, 30 strikeouts, only 3 walks in 34 innings, only 2 home runs in 34 innings. And that is called really good control here. He has good control, and the Pirates, they can't hit the broadside of a barn. So what's going to give here? I hate to go against Skeens here. Whenever I picked against him. He did indeed lose here. I'm going to give him some credit here. I'm going to go with Pittsburgh winning this one. I might regret it. Pittsburgh win this one. Going with them covering the spread, I'm going to go with the over this matchup. And at 8:40 p.m., the 22-13 Detroit Tigers, first place in the AL Central. This team can pitch. This team can hit. There's really nothing that they can't do. They're not a fast team, but they got the power to make up for it. They're facing off versus the 6-28 Colorado Rockies. Let's call it what it is. The worst team in baseball. Right now, the Rockies, a 37.2% chance to win this game. Detroit, a 62.8%. Detroit, 1.5 run favorites. Over here is 9.5. The Tigers, minus 175. Colorado Rockies, plus 145. Detroit coming out of nowhere this season, just laying it on people. 5.1 runs a game, hitting 255. 47 home runs, 15 steals. One of the best pitching teams in baseball. A top 3 pitching team, 2.96 ERA. Colorado, 3.1 runs a game. That is really bad for a Colorado-based team. Usually a very easy place to score runs. They're hitting 209, 27 home runs, 16 steals. One of the worst pitching teams, giving up 5.38 runs a game. Colorado, though, a very difficult place to pitch, very easy place to hit. Right now, the Rockies are going with Chase Jolander, 2-3 record, 6.48 ERA, 25 innings, 25 strikeouts, 8 home runs given up in 6 starts. He's facing off versus Job right now, 2-0 record, 3.38 ERA, 24 innings, 18 strikeouts. He doesn't even have to pitch his best game to win this, just enough to pull it off. Give me the Tigers to win this game, to cover the spread, and I'll go with the over. And at 9:38 p.m., the 16-18 Blue Jays, 4th place in the AL East versus the 13-20 LA Angels. Started out the season really hot. They've completely fallen off the radar the last 2 to 3 weeks, but they have a 54% chance to win this game. The Blue Jays a 46% chance to win this game, but the Blue Jays are the Vegas betting favorite. 1.5 run favorite. The over here is 8.5. Toronto, minus 110. The Angels, minus 110. Toronto, they're averaging 3.5 runs a game, hitting 238. This team has a lot of offensive potential. They have Bichette, Springer, Guerrero, but they only have 23 home runs. They should have double that amount with this lineup they have. Santander, a very underperforming lineup, but at least you know that the potential's there. 23 home runs, 24 steals, giving up 4.24 runs a game. The Angels, 3.5 runs a game, hitting 214. They cannot score runs, but one thing they do is they do hit a lot of home runs. The big problem is they're usually solo home runs. 44 home runs in total, 17 steals, giving up 5.36 runs a game. Not pitching well at all, not driving in runs. Trout, probably the worst start to his career. 179 average, 9 home runs, 18 steals. The power's there, but he's not getting on base. Right now, for Toronto, you have an undecided. We do not have an announced pitcher. I've already said many times, whenever that happens, I hate the unknown. I hate not knowing who's suiting up for the Blue Jays on the mound. Could potentially turn into a bullpen game. The Angels, they have Tyler Anderson. Awful pitching staff, but at least he's pitching well. 2-0 record, 2.67 ERA, 33.2 innings, 27 strikeouts. Give me the Angels to pull off the upset. Going with the plus 1.5, and I'll go with the over. And our second to last game at 9:40 p.m., the 22-13 New York Mets, first place in the NL East, still one of the best pitching teams in baseball. They are starting to get decimated. They lost Winker. I said preseason, you should sign J.D. Martinez. He's still out there. It might be time to sign him. But that bullpen, which was number 1 in baseball, is starting to get a lot of injuries here. How do they respond? They're facing off versus the 18-16 Arizona Diamondbacks. They don't pitch well. This team scores a lot of runs. If your bullpen is not pitching well, they're going to take advantage of you. And they're at home. Diamondbacks 52.8% chance to win. The Mets a 47.2%, but the Mets 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 8.5. New York, they're minus 105. The Diamondbacks are minus 115. The Mets starting to get some offensive production. They're starting to give up some more runs, but they're starting to score some more runs here. But they need a win. They need a win bad. They're averaging 4.8 runs a game, hitting 252, 38 home runs, 22 steals, giving up 2.87 runs per game. Still one of the best pitching teams in baseball. The Diamondbacks, they average 5.2 runs a game, hitting 247. 43 home runs, 31 steals. They have Suarez, Naylor, Perdomo, a lot of production on offense. The Mets have Soto, Lindor, Alonso. Right now, the Diamondbacks giving up 4.49 runs per game, but they have Zach Gallen, the veteran, going right now. Not his best start to the season, but you know the guy's a veteran. You know at some point he's going to get on point. He has a 2-4 record, 4.93 ERA, 38.1 innings, 43 strikeouts right now, giving up a lot of walks. You got to keep guys off base. Mets do not hit well with runners and scoring production, but they do have a lot of power. They have David Peterson, solid start to his season. He was number 2 in baseball second half of last season, ERA-wise. He has high highs, low lows, but he's been pitching pretty high throughout the season, 2-1 record. 3.06 ERA, 32.1 innings, 30 strikeouts, only 9 walks, only 2 home runs given up. You want to keep the ball in the ballpark here. Diamondbacks have a lot of power. I'm going to go with the Mets. Finally getting one of these wins that they've been favored in. They haven't been playing well the last 10 games. Mets get the win here. They cover the spread. I'll go with the over. And our very final game, what's setting up to be a really competitive matchup at 10:05 p.m. The 20-13 Seattle Mariners, first place in the LS, versus the second place in the LOS, the Athletics, 19-16, playing in a minor league stadium. Easy place to hit home runs. Athletics have a lot of power, but do not underestimate the Mariners. This team has a lot of offense. Right now, Seattle, 50% chance to win this game. The Athletics, a 50% chance to win this game. This game is a 50-50, practically a pick-em. Right now, the A's 1.5 run favorites. Over here is 9.5. If they win this game, they would tie the Athletics for record-wise for wins. And then right now, you have the A's coming in. They're 1.5 run favorites. The over-under is 9.5. They are even. The Athletics are minus 120. Seattle comes in, one of the best overall offenses in baseball, 5.1 runs a game, hitting 245. They have power, 49 home runs. They have speed, 38 steals, giving up 3.72 runs a game. Athletics give up a lot of runs, but they have the power to at least give them some support, averaging 4.3 runs a game, hitting 254, 45 home runs, 14 steals, giving up 4.42 runs a game. The Mariners, they have Emerson Hancock going 1-1 record, 6.62 ERA, 17.2 innings, 15 strikeouts. Not striking out very many people. If you're not a strikeout pitcher, you at least have to be a contact pitcher. Don't give up the amount of runs this guy's giving up. You have Jeffrey Springs going right now for the Athletics. He's not pitching well either. 4-3 record, 4.98 ERA, 34.1 innings, 28 strikeouts. He gives up a lot of walks, a lot of home runs here. There is the probability here to be a lot of runs scored in this game. Both pitchers are not pitching well, but give me the Athletics to pull off the win here, to win this one, to cover the spread, and I'll go with the over. A lot of home runs here. So that's our breakdown. That's our predictions, best bets for all of our Major League Baseball games you have coming up for Tuesday, May 5th. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to drop a comment below, guys. I will respond to every single one of them. If you want to join one of our member groups, just look in the comments below. It is pinned down there. I would appreciate it. Thanks for watching.